Hello. So, I'm going to show you today well, I've filmed a part of this video already. The first part I did without sound, so I'm redoing it again. I'm not going to redo all the first part. So what I'll do is I'll put the first, what I filmed is like around 30 minutes of footage. I'm going to put that in at the start of the video, and I'll put in my normal timestamps. I'll say no sound, no sound, no sound. This will be the first part I'll put sound in. What I'll, because I've already done this part, I'm going to do this part again because it's probably the only part I can actually do again. So with this buff, you can basically make an infinite chain. You can basically make an infinite chain of damage. So if we do non-stop fighting, we see what Vassal here. Press skip. We go to Pathetic Dance. Because after each ally acts, you go again. I'm now curious if we put 2 bleed people in. 3 bleed people in, let's see. Will that do more damage? No, it does a lot less. Because the reason being, you act, and then someone else acts, but you can't act again or something, I don't know, like that. And then the boss kills them too, and when it gets down to 1, it's just infinite. So it is an interesting mechanic. I wonder how Lance will be under said mechanic. Not as great, but still survives. So yeah, I wonder how Kratos actually will be under said. So it's not great. He does more damage in the team. Right. Anyway, so that's the kind of like thing I want to show you. It's my issue is it's not a bug. It works as intended. My only issue is Wuthering Coast should have to have a full 5-man. So I feel like the only way for them to counter this is just making it so you can't press start without having a full team of 5. Pet does not need to be included. Okay, so we got around probably 2 more parts of this video I want to do. So in the first part, when I had no sound, I did the thing just to get 5 more of these. So let's just quick alchemize. Let's see if we can get a legendary. There's an epic. There's an epic. So there's an epic. 2 epics. So no legendaries. One of these 4 epics could have been a legendary, but they weren't. 5% chance. So out of the 2 of them, there's out of the 4 that are drawn, there was a 16 over 21% chance it would be an epic, and 16 over a 5 over 21% chance it would be a legendary. So chances are high. Right. Golden touch, we need to use 70. So we will use 70 exactly. We'll do 2 20s and a 30. We'll do the 2 20s first. Actually, we'll use all 80. We'll use all 80. We'll do 4 20s. We're not going to skip though. So the first one will be here. Okay. It's not the worst, but I don't need more of them. This is really depressing. It's the first time when I've not had any luck in summoning for these. Okay, that was a little bit earlier. Next one's going to be a Radiant if we even get to it. So we're not even going to get to it, I don't think. Unless we get lucky on here. That's really... Okay, we did get it. Come on, give me another legendary. You know you want to. Right, I had the worst summoning I've ever had on these, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, so we got one of them, I guess. Not the worst, not the best. We have a couple of these things, so we have enough to get 3 more of them. Because these two both have them in, I believe. Yep. So we can make it we make it 3-star, 2-star, sorry, and then 4-star on another character. What does that do? 4-star. It's not the. You really need this. I would only ever have it on a character if it had this. So it'd have to be up to here. So you would need to have. I would need to get another 3 copies. Right. These ones. I'm just gonna upgrade Wales one, I think. See how many copies like that one I'm free of. Like if I put Wales one into there, that would be maxed. Like, or this one even into there, I believe. Yeah. I got a lot of these ones. I just got a random one of the. Like, what do I even have sitting around? I have a sitting around. This one can now be locked. That can be locked still. This one cannot be locked. It's for that. What I do is I basically each time I have a new gem to max up, I lock it, so I can't upgrade it. It should be locked as well. Ones on characters are always locked. So here now I know. So if it's locked, I know that I have maxed one already on a character. If it's unlocked, it means I need to upgrade a character. So when I get new ones, I can always do it quickly. Right, disassembly. We always just do elite, epic, and then we untick these 3. I don't need any of them anymore. And what we'll do is we'll start that once. Now and go on a random character at a point. Okay. Next part, Guild Arena. Already done my attacks to. No, I haven't done my attacks today. What happened to you, Atari? Not done them as well. So let's see. Ranking wise, we're top. We beat both Bloodlust and Bushido. They 1s and 2s. That means we're going to win this Guild Arena, which is really great. Only thing is, we're not going to win with the most banners. Flags are always 400 ahead. But then again, they've played out their 3 battles. They played us, Bushido, because they Bushido lost, and they must have played someone else down here. This is nice. Every team has won once. That's nice. That's nice to see. So they must have played one of the teams down here and got a lot from it. We were quite close on banners. I think in our win over them, they may have had like 50 more or something. Contribution wise, what's my defense saying? So people in my ones are Faye, Ilados, Ataria, 78 points. Let's go get some wins. He got all of them, didn't he? He got 39 wins. That's crazy. We'll just gonna skip. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, we'll do that way around. We'll see how that went around. I'm not gonna manual. I hate manualing. Especially when I know like I'm not getting 39, that's fine. Especially when I know like we're gonna win. Like I just don't see the point. Yeah, I don't see the point doing that. Let's do that way around. So I thought I was gonna say loss. I was really depressed. Right. Yeah. Sure, we'll do that way around. Couple more to go. That's fine. The thing with this game is, like, I think the one thing that ruined this game was adding pets. It made the game added more layers to the game, yes, but I wholeheartedly think it did ruin the game for most people. Like the pets. If pets only had only inflicted did a, like 10% of the game, like if they were only impactful to that, then it'd be fine. They aren't. Pets are impactful to like when I say 10% of the game, I mean like if you have a pet on your team, you only like your chance of winning is a 10% skew. This one I'm gonna have to manual. So we do that. Alright, we're not manualing, we're just gonna go in, see that. I doubt we win this because that will blitz the unicorn unless I go first. Okay, we win. See, I like pets. I like I like what they do. They're fun to use. I don't think they should be in the game as hard as they are. Should be fine though. We're gonna be increasing their cooldowns. They three can't get increased, but yeah, like there is a lot of pros and a lot of cons to pets. Pros are they help you a lot in PvE. Cons are they determine who wins in PvP. If you don't have a pet, you're not going to do well in PvP, which is like kind of the opposite for if you don't have a hero. Some heroes you don't need. Like we used to need you used to need Gazelle in the CA team to be the best. You don't anymore. You're gonna go there. No, you're not. I can't be asked to manual. This team should do well against this team with the increase in cooldowns. It will just be yeah, okay, that's nice. Right, last one. Um, swap them round and that should be fine. I just realised he buffs him actually for this battle. That's crazy. Right, sweet. So that is Guild Arena done. Sadly, we lost a battle. Oh, I lost 7 less than them. It's crazy. He does a cracking Nillados, bro. I definitely attacked yesterday, right? Did I attack yesterday? I did. I don't think I did all my attacks against Bushido, maybe. Anyway, let's see how we're doing here. Right, we have a couple of these to revenge kill, so let's revenge kill. I don't know why that team's there, but okay. So the teams we're gonna have as our arena teams, PvP arena. Okay, we can't. Okay, it's we have them saved. They're not saved. Okay, we're not using any of these teams, sadly. I am gonna go to my I'm gonna go to my CA. The teams I just did in Guild Arena. So we have these 3 pets. Don't care about the order in this case at the moment. You're in, you're in, you're in, you're in, you're in, you're there, you're there, you're there, you are, you are, you are, you are, you were, you were, Let's mix them around. You are in that team. Wait, you're not there. You are there. There you go, that's like the right teams. Okay, and we'll just do the mirror matches. I would like to get another one of them. That's like the main. That's like a main thing I actually want to get is a second Guardian of Promise. If I can have it on like MJ or someone. The reason I do this one first is because it's stripped buff. This one I would say arguably is better for extra TM, but I prefer the buff stripper. I do this first and have it as highlighted priority purely because it's just nice to have another, like normally it's normally after Penade has done her blitz. This one actually I prefer having as number 1 cast because of the attribute cleanse. I really wish you could disable emblem things. Like sometimes they're really annoying how they set up. I need to increase my speed in my Penny, but again, when she gets exclusive, she'll get 100 speed. So she should be fine. Right, we have the God Pearl on dear old Nicola, who's also on 266 speed. We're looking very fiery with Kane. I do love the colours of that, I'm not gonna lie. Agatha could probably do with a kit update, but we'll do that like my kit update. We'll do that later though. Like gear pieces updated. Okay, let's start this then. So you're there and that's it. The only one I'm a little bit skeptical on is going to be the top one. So we'll see how this performs. I do go first, so they do that. And we can get a stun. Get a buff stripper. We'll do that. And buff stripper plus that. Let's do one of these. That's Marie actually stunned for a whole turn. I love how we have this little stun thing still. Okay. More stunned. Oh, she's died. She just died. People stunned again. Get them under cover. And then we win. Excellent. Excellent doing business for you, kind sir. I do not think I can lose here. Okay. nice and strong. Okay, that's good. We're just gonna kill him now. Fortunately, got the damage immunity back up. We managed to break through it. We should be stripping some turn meter and that buff. Dead. Should be an easy win from here on out. Here we got our Shield of Faith. Strip that in. Mortal. An easy win. But this one should be a dub, I think. Okay. So this Amber actually works really nicely with his kit because like they're both on 3-turn cooldowns, so he does that, then he has a basic, then he goes to the other one. Yeah, and now if she's dead, it should be killing time. Killing time at the zoo. Nice amount of points. Probably do another one of those later. Just gonna put Classic Arena on repeat. And just gonna leave that to go for repeat. So we have some to claim. So yeah, let's talk about the new guild donation then. So we have some people not doing some people not done their attacks today, it's fine. But so guild coins you unlock the guild coin, which then take you to the guild store. Guild store then. So what I think is a scam and you do not touch and what is good. This here is a scam. 10 shards for 2,000. So you get so if you're in a guild of 30 doing you're in a guild of 30 doing the max level guild boss per day, you're getting 750. it's going to take 26.6 days. Times that by 5. Take 133 days roughly to get a pet from this chest. But you can only get this once a month. So you literally, if you want to get it in that shortest period of time, you've got to get it basically the end of the month. You've got to get 20,000. Is it possible to get 20,000? It is. So the maximum you get in a month, let's say a month, 30 days, you get 22.25k. So each month, this resets once per month. You can get 22.5 thousand, 22,500, 22.5k, yeah, 22,500 guild coins. So, what can you get for 20,000? So, I'd say the prime ones to get are Supreme Dragon Scale and Superior. So that takes away 13,000. That leaves you 9,500. You get one of these. These, however, are very nice. So I would say you get 4 of them. Then it leaves you 1,500. So that means next month you can get all 5 of them, and you will have 1,000 left over. You can do that for 2 months in a row, for another 2 months, and then you'll be out and you have to repeat. So every 4 months you should be getting 4 Supreme, 4 Superior, and 19 Runestone Selection chests every 4 months. So 4, 4, 19. That is the best way to spend it. These equipment chests are nice, but they're random. Like, you're not guaranteed anything. The only ones I would say go for are the boots, because you get the speed naturally. But that would be what I would go for. I wouldn't touch this because it takes 5 months to get, and I don't think these pets are worth 5 months. But yeah, so these would be you would only get 4 of these a month, 4.5 a month. So every 2 months you can get 9. I don't think that's worth it. I think these are worth more, and this is definitely worth more. That would be mine. Every 4 months, 4 of them, and 19 of them. Obviously, I'm a little bit off max because our guild's not full at the moment. We are trying to amend that. If anyone does wish to apply, please do. We're looking for new people. Yeah, let me just look here. Like, you can get this start for 20,000 of these. You get 1,800 a week. So it does take. I think it's shorter getting this one, but then it's only 1 shard. Yeah. We'll go over the new sets quickly, and then we'll end the video. So Swift Blade set. So that gives direct damage 15%, skill damage 20, and speed 10. Wind Erosion is basically the same as this, but it's like the dot equivalent. Like, you have fast killing is the DD equivalent of Bone Erosion. So Wind Erosion is dot damage, skill damage, speed. So 15, 20, 10. Spirit Light set is 25% effect hit, 25% effect res, and 15% speed. This set is Lydia's dream. This set is Apsara's dream. Even though she doesn't need this, effect res is nice on her. It frees up first aider a little bit. Speed is very nice. So 2 of these sets gives you 50% effect hit, 50% effect res, and 30% speed. Whereas 2 of these give you 40% effect hit, 40% healing effect, and 20% speed. So you get an extra 10% of each of the stats and 10% speed, and you're swapping healing effect, which is not needed on many characters, to effect res. Rapid rejuvenation, then 25% HP, 10% damage res, 10% speed. I'm going to be honest. I don't know who wants this. Actually, as a lie. This set is OP for Nicola. It gives her HP, 50% HP, 20% damage res, and 20% speed. That set would be OP on Nicola. If you can't use it on him because he needs the skill damage, then if you get the skill damage from... So, also, another side note, we have more things. We unlocked all of them now. So we have Tenacity, Mastery Res, Basic Attack, Skill Damage, Dot Damage, Direct. So all these 4 things can now apply to only the new items. So only the new 4 sets can have these. What I would have done, personally, I would have done it so, see how I got 3 bonuses on there from the new sets. What I would have done, 2 old sets, 2 new. So if we're looking at filters, I would say what can drop on the first 2 rolls are HP, attack, defense, speed, HP rate, attack rate, defense rate, crit damage, effect hit, effect, res, mastery, healing effect. And for the last 2, you get 2 off tenacity, master, res, basics, attack damage, skill damage, dot damage, direct damage. Obviously, the perfect rolls for barriers, in my opinion, would be direct damage bonus, skill damage, speed, crit rate, HP rate, crit damage. Those 6 would be the perfect rolls. So obviously you want for Brett to say speed, speed, speed. I would say you also want HP, 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 HP. Skill damage and everything. And then I would say you would do a mixture of crit rate, crit damage, and direct damage. Obviously you can do direct damage, crit, crit damage, crit damage. For example, and then on here obviously you would do crit rate, crit damage, HP, and then an additional one. I'm really happy with these boots. I'm also tempted to see how much speed. I'm gonna sort these back. But we're at 2585. We drop down to 60%. Okay. The boots alone take 2k off. Ring takes 1k, but it gives 85. You think at 3k speed, Boreas. Loving his skill damage. Okay, so that will be all from the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Closing remarks then. So in terms of game, the new set's going to affect it a lot. It'll basically whoever can get a lot of the new sets will do a lot better because their speed's going to be faster, their skill damage, their other stats are going to be faster. So it looks like the game's crashed at the very end here. Oh, a little bit longer to load. There are pros, there are cons. I'd say a lot of cons to them are it's going to make the gap between the higher players and the lower players, the spenders and non-spenders, even bigger than it already is and already needed to be. So that's not great, but obviously can't really. My opinion is off a game. So if a game's been out for let's say after let's go from a 1 year to a 10-year gap. So in the first year of a game, gap between spenders and non-spenders, I would say, should be small as possible. You want your spenders to be spending, but you also want players to be playing the game. Your first year is crucial. If you do badly in your first year, the game's going to die. I would say the gap between them should be a maximum 10%. 10% threshold between them. Year two is where your game should be blossoming. Your year two should be anniversaries, event. I'd say the gap can go up to 20, probably 50% there. Like when I say 50%, I mean what I mean is your like say the power playing free to play, you can get to like let's say $1 million. I would say if you're a spender in that same period, you should be at like 1.5 million power or something like that. Like that is what I mean by 50%. Like you should be, if they have $1 million, you should be 1.5. If they have 2, you should be 3. Like that's what I'm saying about the difference between it. After 3 years, then the gap should be the same, 50%. 4 years, you can raise it a little bit more because you know at that point the free to play players aren't going to leave because they play for so long. Pay to win players are going to stay. And then after that, I would say that is where it then becomes risk reward, because each time you add a new feature, which you need to be doing regularly in these games, the difference between the spenders and non-spenders is going to increase again. Each new feature increases again. The key to do it is make it so the increase is either minimal, so i.e. limiting the amount of packs, etc., or make it so the items they get from the increase are not game changing, game breaking, or like pets, for example. Because let's look at the amount of systems in the game which increase a character. So we have Breakthrough. Breakthrough is the only free to play system in the game. Sorry. Let me refresh that. Breakthrough and Emblems are the only free to play. Emblem is the freest to play. You don't need to spend anything for it. Breakthrough. To get Breakthrough, you've got to be a top player to get them fast. So I would say Emblem, Breakthrough. We're assuming you have the character. Now, this is where it comes to your game systems. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game systems. The next game system after this, which is cheapest, will be exclusives. Exclusives are either Dragon Eyes or the same character. After exclusives, we're going to go to, I'd say, Blessings are cheaper than Echoes. So Blessing. And then you have Echoes. Then you have I'd say Arcane Gems, and then you have Auras. Auras are incredibly expensive to get one aura. Like the new Auras, for example, let me just show you. This requires like is there a better one? This requires basically 5 boxes, 5 boxes, 4 boxes. So you're looking at 4, 9, 14 boxes, which is 100 quid basically, 150. A lot. So that would be the power increase. Which one then out of these give the biggest increase? I'd say Emblem's the least. Breakthrough is a lot of speed, and if you get the levels included in the Breakthrough, it does give a big increase. So I would say Breakthrough is second worst, then Blessings, then Auras, note the price, then Echo, then Exclusive. The reason I'm going to put Arcane Gem top is because Arcane Gems, depending on what one they are, they're game breaking. They do not acquire your kit. They do scale with exclusive, so maybe exclusive should be top still. Reason exclusive makes the character who they are. And that is it. We lose to. I hate losing one game. Every time. Okay, anyway. Hope you have a good one. This will be around an hour and 10-minute video. I will put what I will do is I will do this the second recording first and the first recording second. So if you want to watch the unvoiced section, you can. Have a good one. I'll see you on the next one. my god. Hello. Okay. I just got to redo the entire video.